So the first case, use Newton-Raphson's method. Use Newton-Raphson's method to solve the equation x cubed minus 7x squared plus 5x minus 4 is equals to 0 near x naught is equals to 5, correct to 8 decimal places. Use Newton-Raphson's method to solve the equation x cubed minus 7x squared plus 5x minus 4 is equals to 0 near x naught is equals to 5. Are we together? So, for you to use Newton-Raphson's method to solve this problem, the first thing is to write the formula for the NR, method. So, you know in Newton-Raphson method, xn plus 1 is equals to xn minus, first of all, you write the function f of x, then over you differentiate it, then you get f prime of x, then you put your n, like that, isn't it? Are we together? Now, this is the Newton-Raphson's formula, isn't it? So, xn plus 1 is xn, then minus your f of x, if you differentiate it over f prime, then of x in that order. Are we together? Then after recording the Newton-Raphson's formula, the next thing you do is to, so this is the formula you've been told to use. The next thing you do is LCM, to find the LCM, isn't it? So here we have xn plus 1 is equals to, so this means this is over 1. So the LCM is f prime of xn, the product of the two, isn't it? So 1 goes here, f prime of xn times xn, isn't it? You get xn f prime of xn. Then it is minus f prime of xn goes here once, isn't it? 1 times f of xn minus f of x n. Now this is the simplest form of the Newton-Raphson's formula. Now having gotten that, you go back to your equation, isn't it? When you are looking for a root of a function, because you'll be told to use Newton-Raphson's formula to solve this equation. When you are solving an equation, you are looking for its root. The root of an equation is a solution of an equation. Are you seeing that? Are we together? Meaning for you to get the root of an equation, it is at a point when it must be equated to 0. Are you seeing that? So this equation, for you to the root of an equation, so root of equation is at a point whereby its solution is what? Is 0. The solution of the function is 0. Meaning if you get a 0, it means you found its root. Are we together? When that function is equals to 0, then that is a point where the root lies. It's just like saying if y is equals to 2x squared plus 3. It's just like saying if 2x plus 3 is equals to 0. When you solve for x, it means you found the root of that equation. Are we together? And here you can see 2x plus 3. If y is equals to this, y is a function of x. So you say function of x is x squared plus 3, which is equals to 0. So you see why we are now saying f of x is equals to 0. At that point is where you got the root of the equation. Are we together? Is that okay? So it means the function you are given, you must ensure that it is equals to 0. Meaning this equation is already equals to 0. So we have x cubed minus 7x squared plus 5x minus 4 is equals to, so it is f of x is equals to 0. So when you compare the two, it means what? If f of x is equals to 0 and this is also equals to 0, meaning f of x is equals to this, isn't it? The equation must be equals to 0. Are we together? So that implies f of x is equals to x cubed minus 7x squared plus 5x minus 4. f of x is 0 and this is also 0. So it means the two equations are equal. Are you getting that? Are we together? Good. So it means our function f of x is that. Meaning for you to get the function f of x from the equation, the equation must be equal to 0. Meaning if there is anything this side of the equation, you break it on this side until you remain with 0 on the other side. Are you seeing? Are we together? Yes. So we've now found the function f of x. Having found the function f of x, the next thing we do is to differentiate it, because from the Newton-Raphson formula, we have the function f of x and its derivative, isn't it? After getting f of x, we differentiate it. So if we differentiate the function f of x, what do we get? When you're differentiating a polynomial, see, it is the power times the coefficient. Are we together? The polynomial, so the coefficient here is a silent one. So 3 times 1, you get 3, then you reduce the power by 1, isn't it? So it is raised to power 2. Then you move 7, 2 times 7. So I have negative 14x, then you reduce the power by 1, you remain with x raised to power 1 is just x, isn't it? Are we together? Then you move plus, so the power here is 1. So 1 times 5, then you reduce the power by 1. So you get x raised to power 0, isn't it? Anything raised to power 0 is 1, isn't it? Are we together? Yes, because this is 1 times 5, you get 5, then you remain with x, you reduce the power by 1 raised to power 0. Anything raised to power 0 is 1, so it means that is silent. Are we together? Anytime you differentiate a constant, it goes to 0. Differentiating a constant is like saying, when you look at this form, there's an x raised to power 0. That is why x is silent there. Are you seeing? Because anything raised to power 0 is 1. So the moment you multiply 0 times 4, everything goes to 0. That's why we are saying when you are differentiating a constant, goes to 0. Because that x naught is silent, isn't it? That x raised to power 0 is silent. So you see, you have the function now. Now that one we just put there goes to silent. We have the function and its derivative, isn't it? We have the function and its derivative. So what next? Now, so this is f of x, this is f prime of x. So, but what do we want? F of xn and f prime of xn. So the next thing you do, you simply put n, your n there in everything. So you simply put your n after completing that. You put your n, wherever there is x, you substitute with xn. Because that's what we're looking for, isn't it? Are we together? Meaning the first thing you look for there, f of x and f prime of x, because that is what you have from the equation, isn't it? Then now when you have f of xn, meaning where there is x, you simply put xn. Are we together? So we now have f of xn and f prime of xn. Then we go back to our formula. Okay? So what is in our formula? Xn plus 1 is equals to xn times f prime of, meaning I have xn times anything you are substituting, anything, it must be in bracket, isn't it? See where there is f prime of xn, I put its value. What is its value? 3xn squared minus 14xn plus 5, isn't it? Like that. Then it is minus. Let me create more space there. So I have xn plus 1 is equals to the formula xn, isn't it? F prime of xn minus f of xn, everything is over f prime of, then I start substituting, isn't it? Anything I'm substituting must be inside the bracket. That's why, because the what is outside will affect everything inside the bracket, isn't it? So start substituting. So here I have xn into f prime of xn, you put the whole of this value in bracket, isn't it? F prime of xn, what have you found? 3? Yes, 3xn squared here minus 14xn plus 5. Then you close, you are done. So this is xn, f prime of xn, you are done, isn't it? Are we together? Then it is minus f of xn. You must put it in bracket to show that the whole of that is the value of f of xn. You must be in bracket to show that the whole of this is f of xn, isn't it? So what is f of xn from there? xn cubed, go on, minus 7xn squared plus 5xn, isn't it? Because 1 is silent, isn't it? Minus minus 4. Then everything is over. Everything is over f prime of, and f prime of xn is 3xn squared minus 14xn plus 5. So having substituted everything, the next thing you do is to simplify, isn't it? The next thing you do is to simplify. So if you are simplifying, it means you are opening the bracket, isn't it? So open the bracket, xn multiplies everything inside the bracket, isn't it? So xn times xn squared, so you get xn cubed. See there now have 3 xn cubed. Xn times xn, see that is xn squared. See now I have minus 14 xn squared, isn't it? Are we together? Minus 14 xn squared. Then xn times 5, I have plus 5xn. I'm done. Then you open the other bracket. Negative of x, everything inside the bracket, isn't it? Are we together? So minus xn cube, negative into negative, positive 7 squared. Negative into positive, negative 5x, xn. Negative into negative, positive 4. Are you seeing that? Are we together?
Yes.
Then all of that is over 3xn squared minus 14xn plus 5. See, after that we now simplify by joining the common factors, isn't it? So here 3xn cube, here I have minus xn cube. What do I get? Meaning I'm joining this and this, isn't it? Are we together? Is that okay? So start with this 3xn cube and minus xn cube. See, I remain with the 2xn cube. See, these are 3 of them, this is just 1. Yeah. See, there's a silent one here. So 3 minus 1, so you have the 2xn cube. I'm done with xn cube. Then I go to this xn squared minus 14xn squared and plus 7xn squared. You get? This is negative 14 and positive 7. So you get negative 7. Negative 14 and plus 7. See, that is negative 7.
Yes.
So I have joined this and this. So I have negative 7xn squared. Are you seeing that?
Yes.
The next one is this xn and this is xn, isn't it? So positive 5 and negative 5, you get 0. Senor. So I'm joining that and that. So what is left? See, only this is left. Are you seeing I'm taking on top to show what I've already used? So that you don't leave any term, isn't it? What is left is plus 4 over 3xn squared minus 14xn plus, and what is that? This is xn plus, so it means xn plus 1 is equals to this. Are we together? So we found the simplest, we found the iteration formula we are going to use to find the root of that equation. Are we together? Now, if you want to use this in the calculator, this is what you do. This is what you do. This is what you do. If you want to use this, it means the calculator, you will have numerator over denominator. Are we together?
Yes.
Numerator over denominator. So if you're using a calculator which cannot put it in form of fraction, meaning you must put the whole numerator in its own bracket, then divide by the whole denominator in its own bracket, is when the calculator will obey the formulas, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, but the other calculator which is used for this has the fraction, isn't it? Are we together?
Yes.
So here, this is what we have. Look here. We have xn plus 1. You are told you find the root of this equation when x naught is equals to 5. Are we together? So you come and you see this your formula. This is your xn plus 1. Your xn plus 1. It is 2xn cubed. So where there is xn, because your first, if n is 0, it means this is x1 is equals to 2x naught squared minus 7x naught squared plus 4. And that x naught you've been given its value. Are you seeing what is happening?
Yes.
Are you getting? You've been told x naught is 5. So it means when n is 0, isn't it? Where there is n, if you put 0, so you get here x1. Are you seeing that? Good. Is equals to 2x naught cubed minus 7x naught squared plus 4 over 3x naught squared minus 14x naught plus 5. And that x naught you've been told, it is 5. Are you seeing? So from x naught you get x1. From x1 you get x2. From x2 you get x3. From x3 you get x4. Are you seeing what is happening? Until you reach a point when you found the solution. When you found the solution, it's that point whereby you're now getting the same answer, it is not changing, meaning that is now the root, the end. Are you seeing? Meaning maybe x7, you found the answer for the x7 is the same as the answer for x8, meaning you've reached the end. Meaning that is the solution. Are we together? Are you getting the concept? So here, we have xn plus 1 is equals to 2xn cubed. Are we together? Xn cubed. So this your xn. In the calculator, this your xn, it is the answer. Because when you say x naught is 5, when you press 5 in the calculator, press 5 in the calculator is equals to 5, isn't it? Because x naught is 5. So that 5, x naught, which is this, if this is x1, meaning this is x naught, isn't it? So once the calculator has given you 5 as the answer, meaning where there is x naught, you put answer. Because this what is in the calculator is now as an answer in the calculator. Are you getting? So anywhere you see xn, you put answer. So we have 2 answer cubed. Are you seeing what I'm trying to say? We have 2 answer cubed. Anywhere you see xn, you put answer. Then minus 7 answer squared. Minus 7 answer squared. Then we have plus 4 over 3. 3 answer squared minus 14 answer minus 14 answer plus 5. So you see, your answer, you now go. Now, can you now go to the calculator and do this? Go to the calculator and start. Where have you been told to start? X naught is equals to 5. So come and write after putting that formula, x naught is equals to 5. So go to the calculator and you say 5 is equals to 5. Meaning your answer is 5. You are starting from there. 5 is equals to 5. Right, press that. 5 is equals to 5. You are there, isn't it? Now after you press 5 is equals to 5. Now what is now x1? Meaning your x1 is where you are now starting from. X naught is 5. When n is 0. Are you seeing that? Meaning the next one you are getting x1 is what? Now you go and feed the formula. So if you're using that calculator, this is what you do. The numerator must be in its own bracket to ensure that it is one thing. Are you seeing? Meaning the numerator feed in the calculator, open bracket, 2 answer cube, then minus 7 answer square plus 4. You close the bracket of numerator. Are you seeing? Are we together? Then it is divided by, because it is numerator divided by numerator, then you open bracket of the numerator. Meaning if you don't put this bracket, you've interfered with the body mass. We are getting a wrong thing, isn't it? Are we together? Open the bracket of the numerator, and what do you have in the numerator? 3 answer squared minus 14 answer plus 5. So it means in that calculator, this is what you are supposed to be. Numerator divided by numerator. And this answer, it was already the calculator 5. Are you seeing that? Have you pressed that? Then in your case, go and put the fraction. Your case, the calculator, your calculator has fraction. Your calculator has fraction. Go to the calculator of fractions. You go to that button of fraction and it's like that. See there? So once you press that button of fraction in the calculator, you start by feeding the numerator. And what are you feeding in the numerator? 2 answer cubed, isn't it? Minus 7 answer squared plus 4. Then you press the replay button for down one to take you to the denominator. Because there are these 3 buttons for either replaying or scrolling, isn't it? Are we together? So you now press this one down to take you to the denominator. Isn't it? Are we together? Then you feed the value of the denominator. So in the denominator we have 3 answer squared minus 14. 14 answer plus 5. Are we together? Have you fed the whole of it? 3, I have fed the denominator. Press the replay down now and take the denominator. Once you take the denominator, you flip the denominator. No. Why have you left 2 outside? This 2 is for answer. If you put it outside, it means 2 is for everything. This for only this time. The bracket I was saying, the other calculator, which is not able to put a fraction. This one, there is no bracket needed here, isn't it? Yes, good. This one, there is no bracket needed. Yes, put the numerator 2, answer cube, minus, put the fraction, answer cube, minus, 7 answer squared, plus 4. Then we place that down now and go down. Yes, put the denominator. 3 answer squared minus 14 answer plus 5. What do you get to be the answer? So you see this value you are getting 6.7771. But remember, what were you told? You were told your answer to be in 8 decimal. Your answer you were told to be in 8 decimal. Places. What you do here, you first put the fraction, then in the numerator, you flip the numerator, 2 answer cube, 2 answer cube, move in front, minus 7, answer squared, then plus 4, then go in the denominator, you see I'm going to the denominator, then I flip the denominator 3, answer squared, the square minus 14, answer plus 5. Are you see? Now remember, you were told, first of all, what were you told? To give your answer in 8 decimal places, isn't it? Yes. Meaning you fix the calculator in 8 decimal places. How do you fix the calculator? You go to the setup, isn't it? The mode. You go to in this calculator, in case of this one, the menu. Which language have you set this one with? I don't understand this language. You fix the calculator to 4 decimal places. I don't understand this language. You set the language to Chinese. The mode, are you in the mode? Once you go to the mode, look at the calculator here. Are you seeing the mode where we have the mode? Yes. So mode, you see, you go and fix. Fix this number. The mode meaning you shift to go to setup. The calculators are different. The other calculator, you go to mode direct, isn't it? But this one, the one you press shift, you go to setup. Have you seen first setup? After going there, you see there's something where written fix. Fix is number 6. Fix is number 6. So that number 6 fix, that fix means number of decimal places. Fix means number of decimal places. The SCI is for significant figures. Are we together? Are we together? Fix means number of decimal places. Just you. Have you found it? You shift to get to setup. You shift, then press to give you setup. You see fix is number 6. Yeah, it is in setup. And this other one you found it direct, isn't it? You found it direct with the other one. So have you gone to fix? Fix means number of decimal places, isn't it? So if you press number 6, like in case of this calculator, it tells you that this calculator can give you between 0 to 9 decimal places. Then you select the number of decimal places you want. How many have you been told to use? 8. So you press number 8 to show that you've selected 8 decimal places. Now this is the key point. When you've already fed the formula in the calculator, never press an on button. The on button erases the formula, in fact resets the formula. But the AC button minimizes the formula. Meaning when you press an AC button, you will get a blank screen, but your formula is still there. Are you getting what I'm saying? When you fed a formula in the calculator, don't press an on button. That means you've erased that formula. Are we together? But if you press an AC button, it means you minimize it on the screen, but it is there. Are we together? So, if you press an on button automatically and you erase the formula, start again. You can start with any value. It is not a must that you start from x not equals to 5. You can even start with maybe 1 is equals to 1. Does not matter. I will tell you why that is. It doesn't matter, okay? So when you start with 1 is equals to 1, you can see it is giving you an answer in 8 decimal places, isn't it? Then you now feed your formula. You put the fraction, then in the numerator, what do we have? 2 answer cube minus 7 answer squared plus 4. Then you press this down a button in the replay. So we have the scroll buttons and also for replay. Then they are for scroll. So you press this to go to the denominator, isn't it? Then you feed the denominator. We have 3 answer squared minus 14 answer plus. You found the formula. Are we together? Then you get is equals to what? 1. In this case, I started with 1. Remember, that is not x1. Now, this is now what is happening. The reason why we're saying you start with any value. But the value we are supposed to start with is what? Is 5. So what you do after you press, you found this, whether you press 7 does not matter. So what matters is that when you want to press 5, your formula will never disappear. Even if you press an AC button to leave a blank screen, your formula you only minimize it, but it has not been erased. Are you seeing? You don't press an on button. Are you getting that? You press the AC to minimize the formula. So which value do you want to start with? 5. So you press 5 is equals to 5. Are you seeing 5 is what is on the screen? So you want now x1 from this 5. You replay back the formula. Are you seeing that? For you to replay back the formula, you replay back, meaning you press this upper button to get back that formula until you get that formula. So you press that upper button. Are you seeing the formula is back? When the formula is back, you press equals to. It will give you the answer for when x0 is 5. And what has it given you? 79 over 10. If you press that, this formula is right 79 over 10, but we need decimal places. You can see fraction and decimal is shifted with this key, isn't it? Yes. So if you press that key, you take it back to decimal. So it means x1 is 7.90000. How many zeros? Because they're supposed to be 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Are we together? So once you found the answer for x1, it means you are done. Why? Now x2, this is how to get x2. You continue just pressing the on button gives you the next answer is equals to. That next answer is for x2. Meaning that next answer it has used this value to give you this value. Are you seeing that why it is easier to fit that formula? So what have you found? 6.7701825. Press equal sign again. It is the equal sign you are now pressing to get the next values. Because you've already found the x1. What have you found with the next one? If you press yes, and you ask, what have you found? What are you doing in matrices? Can you feed that thing again? Feed the formula. What have you found? Or you are already in x3. Yeah, the more you press equal sign, if you get that you have confused, where you are doesn't matter. You can start from 5 again. You press 5 is equals to 5. Then you press equal sign again. Then you replay to get back your formula until you get back the formula. You see? Then it's equals to reconfirm. Was it that? Is equals to? Is it this? Are we together? Press equals to again until the answer repeats itself. That is the point you reach the end. Are we together? If you press equal sign to again, what do you get? 6.3? 669? 6263, meaning that is x3. So when you are going to x4, you press equals to again, isn't it? Are we together? It's equals to what? What have you found? 3, 0, 8991, 08. So you can see it has not repeated itself, meaning that is still not the root. Are we together? You now move to the next one, x5 is equals to 6.3, 0, 7, 8, 6, 9, 4, 6. Meaning it has not repeated itself, meaning that is still not the root, isn't it? You press equals to again. It's equals to what? 6 point? Meaning the next one is now x6, isn't it? That is equal to 6 point? 3, 0, 7, 8, 6, 9, 0, 4. It has not repeated itself, meaning that is still not the root. Are we together? You continue. x7 is equals to, press equals, 6 point? 3, 0, 7, 8, 6, 9, 0. Have you seen the root has repeated itself? So the point where it has repeated itself, it means you've reached the end. Meaning whether you continue pressing equal sign, it is the same answer you will get, meaning you found the root. Meaning if it cannot pass there, that's the answer. Are you getting the point? Are we together? So you can see whether you now press it 1 million times, you are getting the same answer, meaning that is the root of that equation, it is the solution. Meaning, if you substitute it here, you will get 0. It is the solution, it is the root of that equation. Are we together? So it means the root, x7 and x6 has repeated itself, meaning the root is this value. So you say it implies that the root x is 6.630786904. It's the root, one of the answers of this equation. Meaning if you solve this equation, you will get one of the values of x to be this. Are we together? Meaning this x0, x1, x2 up to x7 are iterations to give you the root. And when it keeps on repeating itself, meaning you found the root at that point. Are we together? So if you go to x8, you will get the same value. If you go to x9, you will get the same value. Are we together? So what are the key concepts you've learned from here? The first thing is to fix the calculator to the number of decimal places required, isn't it? Then the next thing is to feed the formula. It doesn't matter which value you are starting from. Whether you start with 0 is equals to 0, then you feed the formula, then later is when you now go and feed the first value, isn't it? Or you can start by feeding the first value, isn't it? Then you replay the button to get back the formula, to get the next value x1, isn't it? Are we together? After you found x1, you just now continue pressing equal sign until you get the last value. Then after this, after doing all this, you will get your 10 marks or your 11 marks, and you are done like that. Are we together? Yes. So that is how to handle a problem in Newton-Raphson's method, the numerical method. The key is the calculator. You fix the number of decimal places required. You must know the x0, the first value you are starting from, isn't it? So that first value becomes your first value. 5 is equals to 5. You get that, then you feed the formula for the answer, isn't it? Are we together? Yes? Yes. Your formula is not there.